Well, it's nearly 4 o'clock, and we are opening the Vinyl Vault here at The Point, brought to you by Vintage Vinyl. And Tori Amos is joining us. How are you?
Hi, Alex. I'm good.
Oh, we put this off, waiting for your arrival here. Today we are going to play something from this winter EP that was released in 1992. Now, this came out overseas, this version that we have here.
Yes.
It's got Thank You. Actually, it's got Winter and 3 cover songs. Angie, which was a Stone song. Smells Like Teen Spirit, the Nirvana song. And, of course, Thank You. Do you have a favorite amongst these 3? We were going to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, but if you'd like to...
Well, it puts me in a funny position sometimes when people ask me...
What your favorite is.
Especially when I've covered all 3 of them, because they mean different things at different times in my life. Play what you want.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and play Smells Like Teen Spirit. Did this ever appear on anything else?
It appeared in America as a Crucify EP.
I have that one.
You can get it in the States. I don't know if it's been discontinued, but it's Crucify.
It was actually, I think, I used to work in a record store when that came out, and that was like the most popular, I think at that point, that was like one of the most highest, it was the highest selling B-side available, like in the U.S. I know it was for you, and we had to it was just a constant
Well, the man from Atlantic in the corner is nodding his head, saying that it's still in print. Yes,
still in print.
All right, so you can get this out there. It Smells Like Teen Spirit. Tori Amos on 105.7 The Point.
It's Tori Amos on 105.7 The Point and her version of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Can I say that? Your eyes kind of bugged out there like, well, it was your interpretation of the song, right? That works, doesn't it?
That's fine, Eric, yeah.
Okay. As I was telling you, that was the first time I ever understood what Kurt Cobain was talking about in the song. So thank you for that, for translating a beautiful piece of music.
I had help from the internet.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you can get anything from the internet. This is what I'm learning. Absolutely anything.
What have you found that's most interesting?
I find out information about myself that I didn't know. No, it's true.
What are the best rumors that aren't true?
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
Wait,
I don't know if we can go there. No. But like, for example, when they say that I recorded a certain song, and I was sure that I didn't record it that month, it had to be a different time, and yet they come back and say, no, we have information that says she recorded this with Al Stewart in 1990, or Stan Ridgway when she sang, and you go, Jesus Christ, when she sang backup for Sandra Bernhard, and you go, that's right, I did do that, didn't I?
So you don't have to keep a journal anymore.
No, they'll tell you you're wrong so quick.
Wow,
you don't know your life. That's what they'll tell you.
You're mistaken. That didn't happen.
It's quite fascinating knowing that they know better than you do.
It's a bit scary, a bit disheartening. And you deal with this. We've got right now, I think, outside of the building, there are a couple of Tori Amos fans. And Tori Amos fans are pretty notorious for being so enamored by you, I guess, is the word. They follow you around. They're terrific fans, I'm sure. And then this is also the subject of this. Is it Dateline? Is it Primetime Live? Primetime Live. Are they following you around with the cameras?
They were. Primetime Live was following me around. Yeah.
And was that the basis of the focus of the camera? Was on the fans, or was that on your tour? It hasn't aired yet.
I don't know what they're going to cut together, Eric. We'll see what they have planned. Obviously, when they do hours and hours and hours and hours of footage, it's hard to know what their slant's going to be. But truly, when you hang out with the people that come to the shows, there are a lot of different I think you'd find the fans to be different in a lot of ways. Some of them come for the music and go away. And some of them want to talk about philosophy. They want to sit down and talk about religion. Some of them have really been brought up in serious Christian homes and feel like, hey, you understand what I went through, all this domination and control, so that my belief system was so, shall we say, suffocated. And a lot of times that's who I get showing up before a show. They really want to give me their letters. They want me to hear their story. They want to tell what they've been through. That's really kind of what it's about.
It is. It's an before you got here, the amount of phone calls that we get. Actually, I know that our line's just overloaded again, and people calling up saying, "You've got to find me a way to get backstage to meet Tori." And it's 50 people, and they've all got incredibly touching stories, and that has to be difficult for you. And also in the level that maybe there are times when you can't get out and meet these people. When you get a letter from someplace in Nebraska, and they say, "Tori, I really need somebody to talk to." But you've got, in the case of Rain, the rape line.
Yeah, we set up a hotline so that you can call and talk to somebody that will say more than, "Oh, I'm sorry," which was really important to me and to Arthur, my manager, that because he was seeing a lot of the letters. And you start to feel helpless at a certain point. Sometimes, though, people just want to say, "Hey, I just need to connect with you." And if I'm honest with you, a lot of times I'd like to sit down with a lot of them. You know, not all of them, because sometimes you go, uh-oh, this is a bit, maybe I'll pass this one over to Hannibal Lecter. But for the most part, you want to sit down and just have a cup of tea. But if you do that, it's hard to say no to the next person, because you want to sit down with them too, and you're doing 7-8 shows a week, and you're just trying to keep really from collapsing. So it's not an excuse. It's just there isn't always the amount of time that you have to sit down with people.
It's a terrific thing. The number is it 656-HOPE?
Yes.
Is that 800-656-HOPE, just to get it out there in the air. The new movie Twister, which is huge. You know all about it. Have you seen it yet?
No.
You haven't?
No.
I got to be honest with you. The soundtrack is incredible. The movie sucks. They're running on foot away from a tornado. Like 10 feet away. They're running. They're like, ooh, gotta go.
At least they could have a Harley, right? You know?
Yeah, it's like they're running from a tornado. But anyway, you've got a song on that, Tallulah.
Tallulah the Tornado Mix. It's funny because I didn't even know about, I was just doing the Tornado Mix because I was eating linguine one night with BT, who is a great dance remixer. And when I say dance, it's British, so it's very different from the American concept of the dance world. And although they have that too, Brian reminds me a lot of Brian Eno, BT. His name is Brian. And so he and I just hooked up, and he was going to do this remix. I was eating linguine with him with a fantastic bottle of Chardonnay. And we were in London, and he said to me, "Do you realize what the internet can do?" I said, "Well, a little bit. I know that there's information there about anything." He said, "No, do you understand that there are pages where people chase tornadoes?" I said, "No." He said, "Yes, people literally do this. The real McCoy, not the Hollywood version." And I said, "Come on, Brian, you're not serious." He said, "I am." And I put down my linguine and I started singing to him at the table. "He's chasing tornadoes, I'm just waiting calmly, chasing hey." He said, "What is that?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, let's do it." I said, "It must go on Tallulah." So we ran to a studio that night at 2 o'clock in the morning with our bottle of Chardonnay and recorded it, and here it is. And it's the second cut, I think. It's the...
we've got the Tornado Mix edit and the Tornado album version.
Album version.
Version's better. Okay. I'm going to make sure.
This came about having nothing to do with Twister then? It was all prior
absolutely nothing. And they heard about it through Brian.
Wow.
They were calling him about, because he's a hot remixer. Have you heard anything that we should know about? He goes, well, Tori did this thing that you might be into, and then they listened to it and called us up. So we had no idea that this movie was happening.
Okay, from the Twister soundtrack, it's Tallulah on 105.7 The Point.
He's chasing tornadoes, I'm just waiting calmly, chasing hell. Hey.
It's Tori Amos on 105.7 The Point and Tallulah. That is the Tornado Mix, and a perfect song for the Twister soundtrack, as it turns out. Speaking of soundtracks, we were just going to talk about this. You have something on the soundtrack for the new movie Escape from L.A.?
Escape from L.A., the sequel with Kurt Russell. Is that it?
Escape from New York.
I never saw, yeah.
It was actually, Escape from New York was actually filmed in East St. Louis, right?
Was it?
Yeah. Not many people know that. They couldn't find any place downtrodden enough, and then they, well, look, it's right here across the river. Look at that.
Well, did they do the sequel here then too?
No, I don't know where they did it. I think Detroit was a better place for the sequel.
Eric.
I picked on St. Louis. I can pick on anything.
Fair enough. I don't really know much about it. I just know that it's kind of just funny for me because the Twister soundtrack is a whole different group of people with Katie Lang, and which is thrilling because she's a good acquaintance of mine, and I really like her. And then the Escape from L.A. what is that? That's like
Tool and Gravity Kills, who's from St. Louis, is on that.
Yeah.
White Zombie.
All those fun guys.
Wait, where do I have it here? I think I've got a list here somewhere of what's on the new thing. Butthole Surfers, The Toadies, Stabbing Westward, Gravity Kills, Tool, Ministry.
So it's kind of, for me, it keeps it like, well, two different parties going on, and
yeah,
I just change my shoes.
So this would be the boat or the boot soundtrack.
I don't know. I don't know. Definitely a heel though. But maybe Daisy's on it, because Maynard would probably love Daisy shoes with heels on it. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Maynard would understand that.
I'm going to have to go with you on that.
You'll have to ask him.
Quick question. You'll see. We got MTV Unplugged coming up.
Yes.
It's already been done, right?
Yes.
They taped it already. June 25th.
It's been done.
Then you've got the 26th as a primetime live, and tonight's show on the 27th?
I think so. I just go where they tell me.
Yeah, well, actually, the guy from Atlantic Records gave me this. Artists never know where they're going to be. Do you know where you are tomorrow?
I'm in Kansas City.
Kansas City, lovely. At where are you playing?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Well, Eric, that's the way, though, it happens. I know that my Busendorfers at the Fox tonight, I know that nobody's doing anything nasty to it or they're going to lose their head. I know those things.
You just have one? For the tour, do they do a swap over thing?
I have one on the road with me and another one somewhere else that's a bit more, well, let's say not as durable.
Is that back home in London?
That's with my parents, actually. They're looking after her in the States. So this one goes with me. She's a bit more durable. We have 2 harpsichords on the road because it's very easy for one of them to break down. So we always have one that's ready to go if the other one gets hiccups.
Speaking real quick of the house in London. Now, one of our staffers told me it's like on a bridge. Is there something like this? It's over a river?
It's over a canal. So it used to be where they paid the ferry boat man, I think. But I don't live there anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, I move from place to place.
You're kind of a gypsy then.
Yeah. I was there for a while and then I split.
Do you still have a place in England?
I always go to England, usually when the tours end. I cruise through there. But I'm really a nomad.
Okay. I can live with that. can live with that. You want to do, well, thank you for stopping by real quick.
Absolutely.
And tonight we will see you at the Fox. Let's see, Caught a Light Sneeze, is that okay?
That's okay.
I really, really love that song. And,
I'm so glad.
Question about this. Somebody told me, and there's the line in the song, Mr. St. John, that somebody said, some listener called me up and said, that's about my friend, and he's from St. Louis, and she wrote that for him. I'm like, I don't think so. Is that true? That's not true, is it?
Well, whatever. I got to tell you, I let people think what they want because I just think it's better that way.
That's the diplomatic way around it, and that's the best way to handle it.
It's the only time you'll find me being PC with my songs.
It's Tori Amos. This is Caught a Light Sneeze. Thank you so much again. Tonight at the Fox, and we have a pair of front row tickets I want to give away right now.
Good. That's
front row
fun.
tickets. If you want to, these tickets, caller 10-969. Dude in Missouri, 398. Dude in Illinois. This is Caught a Light Sneeze at the Point. Tori Amos on 105.7 The Point, and that is Caught a Light Sneeze down at the Fox tonight. And you know what? I'm not ready for that. I still haven't gotten caller 10. If you want front row tickets, I still need caller 10. We've been busy. Now it's past the mission. Tori Amos on 105.7 The Point. Hello, The Point.
Am I caller 10?
Hello, who is this?
My name is Pam Evans.
Pam, are you a Tori Amos fan?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Would you like to see her tonight?
Yes.
Would you like front row tickets?
Yes.
Front row?
Yeah.
You're sure? You don't mind? Because it's, let me tell you, there's a problem with front row sometimes. Your neck gets a little sore, and she may spit on you.
I can deal with it.
You're okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we'll set you up. You are caller 10. We're going to give you these tickets to the show tonight. And do you have tickets already?
No, I've never won anything in my life. I can't believe I actually won that.
Oh, goody goo. So you've won. I need you to hang on the line.
Okay.
And we're going to take a little break and have some brilliant music coming up. Unfortunately, Pam.
Yeah?
You see, today we're going to have to skip Trivia from Hell.
Okay.
You could care less. You just got front row tickets.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to skip it today because I had no time to come up with the question, so screw it. We're not giving away anything. We just gave away Tori Amos tickets instead.
Okay.
And instead of Trivia from Hell, next we will have one from Nirvana here at The Point.